Hey everybody! Now I don't usually do videos like this, but John and I have been going back and forth about this topic for a little while now, and we finally made a decision, and I wanted to take you all on this journey with us over the next however many months, however many years it's gonna take. And that is paying off our house. I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory, why we're deciding to try and go all out, and then just kind of tell you how we plan to do it and all that other good stuff. So for some people, this might be a little bit boring for you, but I'm sure a lot of you are also like super interested in this kind of topic, like paying off debt and other things. So hopefully this can inspire you as well. So John and I have always been pretty careful with money. We actually went into marriage debt-free back in 2011. He had just paid off his student loans. He paid off his car payment. When I went to school for massage therapy, I just kind of cash flowed that myself. Like I had a credit card as well that I put a couple things on, but I always paid it off every month, that sort of thing. So we weren't like horrible with money. And the only debt that we had going into marriage was the house. And as far as budgeting goes, like we had somewhat of a plan. Like John takes care of all of the monthly bills and stuff. So he does all of that. And like he tells me what it all is. And like we agreed on a food budget and, other things like that. But we never actually got on an actual budget to see exactly where the money is going every month and other things. So back in 2016, we got on the Dave Ramsey plan. And I'm sure most of you have heard of Dave Ramsey and all the things that he teaches. So many people have gotten out of debt thanks to all of his teachings. And one of the things that Dave talked about was doing a monthly budget committee meeting where every month, like toward the end of the month, we would sit down and say, okay, here's how much we made this month. Here are all the things we budgeted for. Here's what we spent. And then here's what the next month is going to look like. Do we have enough income to cover all the expenses? Are there certain things that we need to buy next month? Like extra toilet paper or maybe like a school fundraiser or something. So ever since then, we have been diligent. Every single month we have been getting together and doing these monthly budget meetings, and we've been on track with all of it. So I'm going to go through all of the baby steps that Dave has just really quick as like a quick overview. So there's 7 steps overall, and baby step 1 is saving $1,000 to put as an emergency fund. You set that aside while you pay off all of your debts. And baby step 2 is where you do your debt snowball. You pay off all of your debt, like your student loans, your car payments, basically everything except the house. And then once you finish that, baby step 3 is saving up at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses and put that aside into a savings account. And then once you get that done, steps 4, 5, and 6 are pretty much all done together, at the same time. So baby step 4 is putting aside 15% of your income toward retirement. Baby step 5 is saving for your kids' college if you have kids. And then baby step 6 is paying off your mortgage. So those 3 are kind of done together. And then baby step 7 is you're all completely debt-free and you're able to basically live like nobody else and give like nobody else. So we personally are in steps 4, 5, and 6. And we've been pretty casual about it these past few years. We've been diligent about setting aside the money for retirement and then putting a little bit into Allison's college fund. And we haven't been too intense about paying off the house. We know around what date we are going to have it paid off and that sort of thing. But I've been listening to the Dave Ramsey show off and on for a while, but I just recently started listening to it again. And in every one of his shows, he has someone come on and do a debt-free scream where they talk about their story, how much debt they paid off, how much income they made, the steps they took along the way. And it was super inspiring to hear that. There were so many people on there that the only debt they had was the house. And they came on and said, we just paid off our house. That was so inspiring, let me tell you. So I got to thinking about it, like, we don't have a whole lot to go to pay off the house, but I want to go all out. I turn 40 here in a little less than 4 years now. So this is like our debt-free before 40 adventure where I want to pay off this house just about as quickly as we can. So in this video and in this series I'm gonna do, I will be getting real with some of these numbers. And let me just say up front, I understand our privilege of the situation that we're in. John has a pretty stable job right now. I've got a fairly good part-time income. We live in an area where it's a slightly lower cost of living. We haven't had any issues, getting food on the table and things like that. So I understand that we have this privilege. Okay, so getting into the backstory of the house. Back in 2010, right before we got married, we bought this house for $78,000. Now this was also a foreclosure, and so that's partially why it was a little bit on the cheaper side. And back then in this area, it was a little bit cheaper, but some of the houses in this area were only going for a little bit more. I am 100% certain that this house is worth a lot more now than it was, like 11 years ago. So yes, we bought it for $78,000, and it was originally a 30-year loan. A few years in, we got this all refinanced and got it down to a 15-year loan instead. All right, currently what we owe on the house is, I gotta read it right here, it is $24,182.18. That's all that we have left. And our monthly payment is $727.78. However, ever since we started paying the mortgage, John has been paying $800, just like a straight $800. So he's been paying a little bit extra on the house every single month, which has kind of helped to bring down the mortgage, quite a bit. So if we continue the way we are now, just paying that $800, we are set to pay off the house on February 25th of 2027. So that is like about 5-ish years, maybe a little bit less. But we did the math, okay? And if we only put on or pay off an extra $100 on that every single month, so if we change it from $800 to $900 per month, we'll get it done before my 40th birthday. But I'm like, that doesn't seem like a whole lot. I wonder if we can pay a whole lot more on that every single month and get us there faster. So it's kind of turned into a game for me to see how much we can pay off. Now, there are so many things that we could do in order to pay this off faster, okay? We could cut way back on our expenses and basically live on nothing and maybe get this done in a year. However, what Dave Ramsey teaches is that baby steps 1 through 3 are about intensity, but then steps 4, 5, and 6 is all about being intentional. So from intent to intentional, meaning you don't have to cut back on everything and live on nothing while you're trying to pay off your house or save for retirement. It's okay to breathe a little bit and live like normal. So we're not cutting back a whole lot on our expenses, but instead I'm trying to find ways to earn more income. For example, selling things on eBay, having a garage sale, just any other way that I can make a little bit more money, including doing more work on the blog and on YouTube. So with all of those other income streams, I'm hoping to put at least an extra $200 per month on the mortgage, if not more. So we looked at this plan and I am super excited about this. Seriously, once we pay off the house, we're not going to owe anything to anybody. We can take that mortgage income we've been paying and do all sorts of things with it. We can save up more for vacations. We can save more, save more for Allison's college. Maybe we can invest more. We can give more. It's going to feel super, super freeing. And there are ways that you can help as well. Lots of free ways you can help, like watching my videos. I know those ads can be a little bit annoying. I kind of get annoyed by YouTube video ads as well. but they do actually help bring in income. So any video that you watch, I really, really appreciate. And then if any of these videos help you, whether it's on this channel or my other one, No Getting Off This Train, like recipes and other like helpful tips, feel free to share them on your social media. That really helps me as well, and it is all so greatly appreciated. And then visiting my blog as well. Whenever I post a recipe and I say, hey, come down, click on the blog post and print the recipe. Going to my blog like that helps me out as well. So this is great. I'm going to be doing a monthly series on this actually, where every month I'm going to say, all right, here is how much we put toward the house. Here are all the things that I did this month to earn extra money. And I also created a tracker, which I think it's so cute, and hopefully I can get Allison on board with it as well. But let me show you the paper that I made to help track our debt-free journey. I have to say, I love Canva for making little things like this. Canva is basically just a graphics website where you can create your own flyers, like blog graphics and things like that. But I took one of their templates and kind of changed it around to make it my own. So we've got our house payoff tracker here. And starting at the top, well, up here, this is the starting balance of our mortgage, of what it is currently, and we're starting it technically September 1st. The goal date, well, technically, like, you know, before we put any extra money on it, is February 25th of 2027. Our goal, obviously, is to get that down a whole lot more than that. So I have 48 houses on here, and each house is $500. So I will start up here, it's, you know, $24,000. And then every 500, we will color them off. And so I also wrote in every $2,000 or so, just to kind of help us stay on track, I guess. And it helps us keep things together. I showed this to Allison, or told her about it, and she does not seem interested in helping us out. But I'm hoping that when she sees the progress we're making, she's going to get excited along with us, and that maybe she will participate in coloring some of these houses too. I am so on fire with this right now, and I cannot wait to share all these future updates. This week, actually, of the week I'm recording this, I am getting ready for a garage sale, so hopefully next month I will have a huge income report for you. So hey, let me know, leave me a comment. Have you started a debt-free journey at all? Do you follow Dave Ramsey and his baby steps? Is there any advice that you have for either me or anybody else as well? I'm sure we all need help. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for watching this and for sharing in this journey with me. I can't wait to see how it all goes. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you all later.